All right. Hmm. So let's see. All right. I think it's up. Won't know until someone's actually watching and says something, but hopefully you guys can hear me. And what we're gonna do is farm some sugarcane. All right, did a little bit there, but we're just gonna get back into it. How do I change? Oh. Sorry if anyone's actually watching. I'm trying to fix the bitrate apparently. What we'll do And hopefully that fixes it. It doesn't look that great, but we'll see. Okay, yeah. So basically, the gist of the whole grind session here is that I want to get to 10 million coins. I want that first bank upgrade, and really, at this point in my Skyblock career, this is the only way I know how to make money. Is good old Sugarcane. So this is what basically I'm going to be doing until I get there. I don't know what I'm going to use the money for yet, though. I could dump it into the fishing minions because, man, they are slow. Like, they're not even level 7 yet. Like, it's nuts. I did like what was it? About a day and a half of just waiting, and then I get impatient. I don't know how other people are with minions, but I have a really hard time just leaving them go. I want to see like how much they have. But even after a day and a half, I think it only gave me enough enchanted raw fish to be able to upgrade 2 of them, which is not great. Oh, by the way, if you hear my cat in the background, I do apologize. She's a very talkative cat. I love her to pieces, though. Her name's Brownie. She's the sweetest thing in the world. But man, oh man, she loves to talk. Which gets a little annoying. But hey, you know what? You gotta take the good and the bad with having pets sometimes. But yeah. Oh, I think I see one person watching at the moment. If that's true, if that's not just something random. Um, I'd love if you just put anything in the chat if you can actually hear me, because I'm not like 100% sure. I think it's working, but it's always good to get confirmation, of course. Oh, I should get my pet out. Not the smartest move by me. Could be getting that sweet, sweet experience from my elephant. You're gonna see a different name on the pet, right? I was playing with channel ideas quite a bit when I first started, and I had an idea for Hobbit Gaming. That was the channel name, and I didn't mind that because like I'm a short guy myself. I thought it was funny, but as I was saying it when I was making videos, it just didn't feel right. So I decided just to switch it, and I don't know why I didn't think of it before because I've used accented for so many different things in different games. It's kind of been my go-to. So I don't know why I didn't think of that right off the cuff, but you know. But then I found out that Mojang doesn't let you change your name more than once every 30 days, which is brutal. So I just, I'm just gonna have to keep this name for a bit. It's kind of nice though because I like to do little like secret giveaways. If you watched the first video on my channel, someone helped me out quite a bit when I first started. Just randomly didn't know me, just gave me a bunch of money, and it was awesome. I lost half of it, but it was awesome. And I wanted to give back. So what I do is I make these small backpacks and I fill them with stuff. So I'll put like hardened diamond armor in there because I can make it myself. I don't have to rely on other people for that. Some like a really nice talisman with a reforge on it, and like a silver fang, maybe like a haste 3 potion or something like that. And I like to give those out to new players that are like in the mines because it's just a nice little pick me up. And the great part is that I have a different name right now, so it can't be taken as like me trying to do advertising or something like that. I don't want to get myself in trouble. I don't want to get them in trouble because the new rules with Hypixel right now is kind of up in the air. I know the rules are vague for a reason, just so they can cover as many bases as possible, but it makes it difficult for people that just want to do some things, right? But yeah. So for anyone watching, I hope this is something you can just kind of put on a second monitor or whatever if you're doing your grinds, because these aren't that fun sometimes. Sugarcane's great and all because you get that money, but man, it is monotonous work. And I understand that Hypixel has the little thing there to make it so you can't AFK, and I get that, but when you gotta like rock your hand back and forth, and I'm trying to get better with like the micro movements so I don't have to wildly move my mouse. It hurts your wrists after a while, man. Like it's not great. Um, I wish it wasn't there, but I understand why it is. They don't want people just setting up a script or something. But scripts can move mouse movements too. I don't understand. Maybe there's something about that I don't understand. That probably makes more sense. But yeah, this is what we're gonna be doing. I think I have about 5 mil in the bank, so I only need 5 mil more. The problem with that is that sugarcane has gone down in pricing, which kind of sucks because it's just gonna take me longer to do. What I should be doing is building out more. I got to do the third layer so I can just infinitely farm. I don't have to wait at all. Use like an AFK pool or what have you. I really don't want to. It's brutal, man. It's brutal. Every time you build a layer of a farm, I truly believe part of you dies. But it's worth it. It really is. You do it once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times, whatever you have to do. But you get it done, and then you got it, right? You can kind of use that going forward. But I want to do the third. I'm going to do a tutorial. I don't know how I'm going to do the tutorial. I know a lot of people like to build like the small versions of it and say just scale it up. I don't really want to do that. I want to get all the materials that are going to be needed so I can tell you exactly what you need and how much it's going to cost. And then maybe I'll show you how to build the first little bit, in real time, and then I'll speed up the rest, because I'm not going to lie to you guys, building those farms takes a while, hours upon hours. I know some people are really fast with it, like really good. I think I watched 30 Virus one time put like a whole full width of dirt within, I think it was like an hour and 5 minutes or something crazy. I can't do it that quick. So it's gonna take some time, especially since it's not all flat. You got to build the bottom pieces for the water, and as you can see here, you have to do like the rails and stuff like that. But I've done it twice. The third time should be a little bit quicker. I got the group for it, and then I got to build a layer underneath because I want a multi-farm under there. You know what I mean? So having carrots, potatoes, cocoa beans, like all the other stuff. Right now I have like a tiny cocoa bean farm at the top, which I have to do as soon as I'm done doing this sugarcane. And I'm just constantly doing that because I finally got replenish from doing it. And I put replenish on the axe so I could continuously do it. And really what I should do is build out that big cocoa bean farm. But I gotta do the sugarcane first because my mind will not let me go like sugarcane, cocoa bean, sugarcane. So I gotta do that first, and then I'll build underneath. And you don't need full width cocoa bean farms. I think you need 15, 16 lanes. So I should still have room for the carrots, the potatoes, and everything like that. So that'll be another tutorial. I don't know who else is gonna do it like that. I don't think anyone else does it like that, but I just need something I can get the collections with, or you never know about the markets, man. They could change. Carrots could be worthless and then worth everything next patch because they put something in that requires enchanted carrots or what have you. So it's good to have that stuff on hand so you can make a quick buck when you can. Because I have some ideas for trying to help people with that. Because I know I do some developing. I'm going to school right now to do software development. And I think I could build a better minion calculator. One that would be able to let you know like how much the minions would make at that time with the Bazaar API. And also a better one than that friggin' spreadsheet to tell you what's the cheapest. to do to upgrade your minion, because that thing does, it's great, and whoever made it, you did an excellent job, and I'm guessing it took a bunch of work. But it's not great for like trying to refresh it. I find like you can do it the once and that's good, but then you upgrade the minion and you want to see what the new lowest and things like that is, and it's difficult. It's difficult to actually put that through. So I'm thinking maybe I just build a web application that can do it and hook it up directly to the APIs, because Hypixel is pretty open with their APIs, which is I was very happy with. That's a mixed bag when you come with games. Some are very open with sending you data, and some are very closed. It makes it really hard for people to make tools. I think a proper tool like that would be nice, and have like a nice web, user interface. I'm not that great at like user interfaces, but like I get it. Like I like clean, minimalistic. So I think a lot of people like that, and that's real easy to develop for. You just make sure it's flat, has a nice color scheme. Find a color picker online that tells you what the complement colors are, all that good stuff. Yeah. So I'm hoping as well, by doing this farming and trying to get this money, I can get the elephant up, because the elephant's only rare at the moment. But I feel like I want to get him to 100 first, then upgrade him to epic. Obviously, I want to get him to legendary just so I can have the extra drops. I do have like a level 97 epic rabbit, which, if I'm being honest, it'd be better if I had him out regardless. Just because the extra experience means I get higher level in farming, which will give me the a better chance at triple drops anyways. So it's probably more efficient for me to level my actual skill than it is the elephant. But I got the elephant really cheap when the zoo last came around, when I was online, and I was like, oh man, I want to level him up. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just gonna reposition here. So yeah, I'm just going to do my full farms today. I really wanted to just test out the stream. I'm probably gonna log in at kind of near the end or the middle to make sure that people can actually hear me. I don't know if people can actually hear me at the moment. I'm pretty sure. I think I had it up for a minute. I could at least hear me tapping on my keyboard. So I'm guessing that you guys can hear me. So I'm going to get that done. Now, once I'm done getting to the 10 mil and getting my upgrade bank, I think I'm just going to focus on the fish grind, right? Because the fishing minions are great, but they don't get you lily pads, and they don't get you ink sacks. So you gotta go get those yourself. Plus, I want to get the upgraded dolphin pets, which means I gotta just do that grind with sea creatures. And I don't know if I'm gonna use fishing bait for that or the spike bait, because I hear conflicting. But I also want to balance it because I need to get my fishing leveling, because it's quite low, believe it or not. Even though like my main focus is fishing, I just got to the point where I could start focusing on fishing. Because to me, I wanted to make sure I had everything relatively. There's still stuff I wanted, but I kind of gave up on because I was a little too impatient. Wanted to get my fishing minions down, but I got my redstone down. That took forever to get the collection done. Did like coal and cobblestone to get my super compactors and all of that jazz. So there was long periods of time that I was just doing stuff that necessarily didn't care about, but I knew I needed eventually, right? So I could make sure that I could at least, one tap as Zealot, and then I realized that I hate Zealot farming because people are way faster with the Undragon set, or they're using an Ebo, or, after the last update, Frozen Sice. So it's a little bit more difficult, so I said, nah, man, I'm just going to go farm some sugarcane, and kind of where I'm at now. But I do want to do the fishing. I just don't know what to do. I got like I've pulled 2 squids so far from the park. One was common, which is big sad. And one was uncommon, which is still sad, but hey, I'll take it. So I'm leveling him up. But I don't know if I should focus on the squid, because I gotta get him all the way to legendary to get the fishing bonus. Or do I want to focus on the dolphin, because the dolphin right now, as you're leveling it, gives you sea creature chance. So the dolphin would help me like almost right away, even though I know it's just common, and eventually I'll get the uncommon version. But you could always level those up. Might cost a bit, but people pay pretty high for the legendary one, I think, because not everyone loves fishing. Some people hate fishing. They hate it. And I get it, but I love it. I'm always the guy that does the fishing in games. As long as the rewards are good, There's some games that have fishing attached to them, but they don't really give much. Good example of one that does it right is Terraria. Even when the update where they kind of nerf fishing to get to hard mode, it's still very rewarding to get stuff while you're doing that fishing. They could definitely do more with it, but I don't think any more major updates are going to come to that game. So I really would like if vanilla Minecraft did an upgrade to fishing, because really they just nerfed it. And they nerfed AFK fishing farms, which was a shame, because like those were great to leave and kind of gave you an early game strategy to get some stuff, but they nerfed it into the ground. It can still be done, apparently. I've seen videos with like people like Ilmango showing that it can be done, but the problem with that is that the amount you need to set up the weird redstone contraption to make it happen is ridiculous. Like, not ridiculous for when you get later into the game, but for early game, it's not going to happen. So by that time, do you really need the AFK fish farm? You probably got a lot of things going on there. Probably have like a village trading outpost done, and I don't think you need it anymore, right? So kind of sucks that obviously they didn't want it in the game. So that's just that. What can you do? Now, Skyblock has a really good chance, or a really good opportunity to do some cool stuff with the fishing. This fishing right now is okay, but it's not really engaging all that much. I would love to see an update with it, because, or even more recipes or more fishing rods that do weird stuff. They do have a couple, right? Like that farm fishing rod where you can bring up the animals and what have you. That's cool. But they could do a lot more with it. So I'm secretly hoping for a fishing update of some sort, but they have all these other updates. You never know, though. The Abyss update might have something to do with like water, and maybe they'll do a fishing update at that point. But one can dream. One can dream. Good old grind. Good old Sugarcane grind. It's bad too, because I don't know what it is, but I get addicted to these grindy games. I have like over 500 hours in Warframe. If that puts it in perspective, if you've ever played that. Played a bunch of Terraria and grinded all the stuff into that game, and just started playing a new game as well. It's that early access game called Satisfactory, and that's again, it's just another grind game, but it's almost like an idle game. Really, that's the way I would describe that game, because it's like, okay, yeah, you built this very efficient, factory farm to get the best output of resources to then go ahead and build even better farms, and then all of a sudden they throw all this stuff at you. It's like, I just felt powerful. I felt like I was rolling in resources. Now I'm right back to square one where I feel dirt poor. And that's kind of the idle game strategy, in my opinion. So, but what can I say? I'm still addicted to it, so I can't really talk much, can I? It's been pretty fun, though. I've been playing with a couple friends. Always good. I have one friend right now who's just in it. He's in it to win it. Freaking woke up and he's still playing, kind of thing. And I get it. I've been there. We've all been there, I think. Where you're like, whoa, what do you mean it's 6 a.m.? Pretty much every WoW launch ever. Basically what that happens to me. Okay. If anyone is watching at the moment, do not make fun of me here. I have not built anything to get to the 2nd level, so I have to use my aspect of the end to do it. So I dropped out and teleport over. It works for now, okay? All right? It works for now. One day I'll remember to fix it and put like a ladder or something down to it. I don't know. I don't know. But, you know, I really want to talk to some of the other players in this game because I find there's like two spectrums with this game. There's people that are really still excited and they're trying to grind through, and then you have like people that are in the super late game complaining that there's nothing left. Um, and I have a hard time believing that, but hey, some of these people have been playing it for so long that yeah, maybe they're it's really hard to come up with ideas or what do I even do in this game? I've pretty much conquered it. And I really would like to know how they got to that point. Because there's so much in here that I don't know when it comes to things like Slayers and things like that. I know someone like a Refraction. I can't remember his name all that well. My apologies, but he grinds. that guy has my audio stream's current bitrate is 0. Huh. Is that because I stopped talking for a second, or did it crash? My own stream. This would be a good opportunity to test what I actually sound like. Oh, it's not too bad, but my voice is real low. I wonder if there's a way I can fix that. Well, I can. I can go into filter and I can improve my gain a bit here. And I wonder if that updates right away. So if there are people watching here, I do apologize. I just want to make sure I figure this stuff out. So new to things like OBS. It's a little bit better. I think I could, raise it a little bit more. Let's go crazy with it. See how that goes. Yeah, that might be a little. Yeah, that's gonna be a little too loud when I talk. Let's just try to meet in the middle. See how that goes. I do have a compressor on there, so if I yell for whatever reason, it should bring it down. Should be good there. All right, back to the grind. Let's see here. I don't know which one I like or dislike more, right? When it comes to the farming of them. Because sugarcane, I know if I get a little too fast, you start missing some, and that gets super annoying. So it's a little bit more difficult to me to do this than it is pumpkin, I think. But pumpkin, you have to kind of line up your mouse almost super precisely to make sure you don't miss any or get blocked or only start on one side. But it's not too bad. Because let's be honest, right? We're doing sugarcane because we get more money. The more money is a lot better, in my opinion, for that. And that's kind of why I went towards it. Because like I said in my first video, I was super sad, super sad, when I found out that pumpkins don't really sell all that well. And that's the problem when you're researching stuff for a game that has changes, but there hasn't really been any updates, kind of like in the YouTube, universe for that. So you're not getting updated guides of people talking about that, saying, hey, before you build the pumpkin farm, if you're doing it for money, might not be the best idea at the moment. You should probably go for sugarcane. But I didn't find anything like that. And I didn't find anything like that until basically I built the thing, went to go sell all the stuff I got, and I was like, that's not a lot of money. Thought it'd be more than that. And then, you start looking around, you're like, oh, okay, it's kind of crashed. So just like a lot of people, I jumped on the sugarcane, and the problem with that is the sugarcane's been dropping, and it goes up and down. I saw it dip really hard when I went to go sell a stack at one point, and that was really sad because I didn't notice, and I sold it. I could have held on to it and made a little bit more money, but what can you do? But the good part about sugarcane is you don't have to worry so much about the bazaar price, which is great, right? Because the NPC sale price is still pretty high. So even if it fully crashes, unless they change the NPC sale price, which I don't really see them doing anytime soon, this is still pretty safe. So it's still a safe bet to make them, to have, a consistent way to make money. And that's kind of what I was looking for, because zealots are great and all, but yes, you get all excited when the special one pops up and you're like, yes, money, 500k, let's go. Sometimes 600 if you're lucky. But the grind to get to that point, and the amount of competition of you fighting over people, and the end chat just by itself is brutal, because you get everything from people just weirdly begging. Do you know what I mean by that? Like just begging in such a weird way, to super tryhards that are getting really mad at people that are playing in the same lobby that they are. I always find it funny when I see people complain about eboers, because it's like, yeah, I get it. You want everyone to kind of be on the same field, but the ebo exists, and they had, from my understanding, I don't know too much about it, but from what I've read, you have to have pretty optimized stats to make it so the ebo can, the explosive bow can, one tap a zealot. So, all the power to you, man. What can you do? Everyone's gonna go for whatever's the easiest for them. You can't really blame people for that. It's the same thing with the frozen scythe. Is it annoying? Yeah. Super annoying when you're running towards a zealot and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get him, and it just gets taken by a frozen scythe user. But that's the name of the game, man. And they had to pay for their sins. They overpaid for the frozen scythe, and then it got nerfed into the ground. Still a strong item, mind you. But yeah, I saw a lot of mad people trying to unload those off of them to try to make some of their money back. Unfortunately, they lost a lot. I should have got in on that earlier. I should have just put all those ice minions down, because I had ice down for a while. But I was a little late to the party, just a little too late, because I wanted the auger rod collection, so I can make that eventually. But I'm going to wait until ice crashes before I start buying that up, because man, oh man, ice is not great right now. Might be. I haven't checked in a bit. After the frozen scythe nerf and the mage nerf in general, maybe it's dropped. Maybe I should look into that. Spend some of this moolah on it. But I'm not spending a dime. I've been doing it over and over. I probably would have had 10 mil in the bank a long time ago if I just kept saving, instead of like, oh, well, I should just take some out and do that minion thing. Or just put it in the bank and forget about it, man. Get some interest. Get up to that 10 mil number to say you did, and then, figure out where you want to put it. And that's the goal right now. But I don't know what I'm going to do with the money. I'm probably going to put it in the fishing minions. As sad as that's going to be, because I did the math for some of them, man. Like, to get... How much was it? To get to the 20 year 7 think it was gonna cost like it's gonna cost more than 3 mil just to get them to tier 7, right? Like nothing special. And they don't even really get any kind of advantage at tier 7, I don't think, because fishing minions are weird. They don't get large reductions to their like time per action until they really get to tier 11. It kind of sucks all the way up, so they're a huge money sink, because they don't make a lot back, and they don't go fast enough for you to use them to upgrade them unless you're willing to wait, which I am. But you know, I'd rather, I wish that they were a little bit faster, but that's gonna allow me to get my grind on. So while I wait for that to get done, I'll be able to do this, get my fishing up in a natural way. Like I said, I can't touch my money until 10 mil, but I am going to bring a bunch of money to the Birch Park and get the rain on there. I'm going to try to organize something, like a big fishing party for that. So we're going to see how that goes. We get some people on the channel that likes fishing as well. Maybe we'll set something up like that. It should be fine. It's not a giveaway or anything like that, so I don't have to worry. It's just, you know, unless they can count me turning on the rain in Birch Park as a giveaway, which that'd be pretty pedantic, I think. But it should be fun. You know, we can all get our like dolphin pets out and get that increase in fishing speed. It'd be a good time. Now, if you've seen the video, or you watched at the beginning of the stream today, like I said in the video, don't make fun of my island, man. I know, I get it. It's garbage. It's like all cobblestone and stone, like the brick stone, because I love how that looks. But when you have a bunch of it, it doesn't look that great. But I have ideas. I would really like to kind of build full width glass floor, right? And then fill it with sand, kind of starting at the horizon, very thin, and coming up over here, very thick, and then filling it with water. Just making like an artificial kind of like ocean, right? Like with the beaches. Then I can set up the harbor, right? I can have the different buildings on there, and then I can build underneath the town or the harbor, kind of like secret in the basement for anything industrial that needs to be done, right? Like if I want to stick my cobblestone generator down there or something of that sort. But I really would like to make a nice island. I don't see a lot of people taking pride in their islands. I don't get it. It's Minecraft, man. I'm not a builder. I suck at it, but I still would like something to look kind of pretty, you know? At least to my best ability. I'll probably have to watch a lot of guides on how to make like fishing theme houses or anything of that sort. So, but we'll see. I have some ideas. Again, I use a lot of glass because I have that clear glass mod and it makes it look awesome in my opinion. But if you don't have that mod and you visit my island, then like my fishing thing up there looks like garbage. Absolute garbage. So, you know, sorry about that if you ever visit the island. But get like the Badline client or just get the clear glass mod by itself because it makes it look so much better. And you know, I would be using shaders, but I don't know what it is. I might try it again soon because I did find some problems with my processor before. But shaders wreck me, man. I don't know what it is. Doesn't matter when I'm playing at 1080p, which I'm doing right now, so as you can see with like my squish numbers, or if I use the full width of my ultra wide monitor. It doesn't matter what I do. When I put on shaders, I drop in frames. I go right down to the 40s, 30s, which I'm just not willing to do. Yeah, it looks super pretty and I love it, but I need high refresh rate or it just feels sluggish, you know? Once you get high refresh rates or G-Sync or any of those new technologies, you don't want to go back once you experience it, right? You get spoiled. That's why I have a lot of hard time with certain console games. It's not so bad when you play like the classics and stuff, but when I'm playing a console game with friends and it's like locked to 30, that's brutal, man. It really is. It feels sluggish. But certain games have a charm when they're played at that frame, I believe. Like, I can deal with that with Halo, even though MCC on the PC is great, and I love it. I could still deal with it with Halo, because, like, you didn't know better back then, and it kind of solidifies in your mind, so you're kind of just used to it, right? So I don't take the whole console versus PC thing very seriously, because, you play what makes you happy, right? Or a big one is you play what your friends have, right? You might love Sony PlayStation, but if all your friends have Xbox, well, probably going to get an Xbox to be able to play with them, right? That just makes sense. Okay, I'm a little bit full, so we're just going to quickly make up some of this sugarcane. Now, anyone that's new, I'm going to show you real quick what I mean. I'm going to finish the 2 layers, and that will usually gives me 9, and mind you, I have, what level am I for farm here? So I'm level 34, right? So that gives me 100% double. So I'm always getting double drops. And 36%, about to be 40% in triple. So I'm going to be, if you're new or pretty low farming level, you're not going to get as much, right? And as well, you're seeing my sugarcane switch immediately to enchanted sugar. And that's because I'm using an accessory that you get in the redstone collection called the personal compactor. A personal compactor you can kind of configure. But right now I have these, and I have the enchanted sugar. So you put the thing that you want, and it will automatically turn anything in your inventory into that if it can. Now, it does have some limits from what I can tell, right? I can't put like enchanted sugarcane in here, so I can't go from one to another, so I can't do the second upgrade. I'm guessing there's a lot of restrictions like that. So, but you can do it for the enchanted sugar. Now, when you first get the personal compactor in redstone, it's the 4000, and it only gives you 3 slots. That's plenty. You're going to want more, and you're probably going to do what I did and only focus on that until you got the upgraded version. But it's just at least get the first version, because let me tell you, once you have it, you're just like, why did I not get this immediately? Because it makes farming just so much better. Because imagine, you know how quick you fill up your inventory with sugarcane like this? It's crazy. So you would basically probably have to do a lane, stop, convert it all to enchanted sugar, continue on to the next lane. I couldn't do this if that was the case. I don't know what people did before they released the personal compactor, because that's brutal. That sounds awful. That sounds totally awful. God bless you people that have done farming when that was your situation, but I don't think I could do it, man. That would take so long. So very long. And people are probably pretty excited about that replenish enchantment. Yeah, it's super expensive, and that's why I have a little cocoa bean thing going on. But that's lovely. Be able to just automatically plant, like, your potatoes, in case of Technoblade or cocoa bean. Now, if it would just work with netherwort like it's supposed to, because it says on the enchantment that it works with netherwort, but it doesn't. It's a bug. Everyone talks about it. I just hope they fix it soon, because that would be awesome. That would make netherwort farming a lot easier. So what I've been doing is I have the island stick that allowed me to create the island that had the crystal to be able to automatically grow the netherwort. Level 90. Nice. And you can configure that to get a little bit more out of it than what it initially gives you. And that's what I've been using. Now, I have a video in the works where I'm just going to start a new profile, and I'm just going to rush that. The reason why is I want to see how long it would take an average person, because I'm average. I'm not an expert at this game. So whatever time I get would be pretty comparable, to what the average Joe would get. Not someone crazy that has really good movement or anything like that, because I don't have those skills. So I want to see what it would take for a new player that just went with that strategy, and how much money they would get from that on a kind of consistent basis. Would it be worth it? Or should they kind of go somewhere else? Because I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do the same thing but with a cobblestone generator. The problem with the cobblestone generator is that it will suck your soul, but it is important. So it will break you down. It's a nice little introduction to the grind you're going to do, but it will break you down. But it is important because you need them for like compactors and super compactors, and those are very needed upgrades for minions. The problem is that I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't farm cobblestone. I don't know what it is. Like, I can do sugarcane all day, but cobblestone, something about it just broke me. So instead, I did the sugarcane farm, farmed the sugarcane, sold it, bought super compactors. Is that efficient? No, but it was the only way I was going to get it done. And I stopped at 20 because from 19 to 20 is when I found out, because I never researched, that you needed 50 minion crafts, not like 20 or what have you. And that sucked. That sucked a lot. It took a lot of money. But I got it done, and I don't think I want to go towards 21 yet. I will eventually, because, you know, my goal is 20 tier 11 fishing minions. But once I get there, what am I going to do? Probably go for 24. Probably not going to stop. Probably going to go for the maximum craziness and kind of go from there. But we'll see. We'll see once we get there. It's going to take a while, that's for sure. But hey, if I keep doing streams like this and, you know, we just sit down and we grind and we get that money, it might not take as long as they think, right? But we can see. We can see. But yeah, like I said, once I'm done this, once I get all of the sugarcane, I'm going to show you like bazaar pricing, NPC pricing. And like I said, you'll probably get a little bit lower if you're new. But I think it's important to show you why you should dump 6 to 12 hours of your time. Oh, they think I am a bot. Let's put in the captcha there. There we go. Oh, I hit one of those. Do I have any in my inventory? I do. Oh, there we go. Oh, that happens almost every time when they check for captcha because it throws you down to look at the map, and my hoe usually clips and grabs a sugarcane, so I have to remember to always look, or just kind of have a bunch of holes everywhere. It's never fun. But yeah, like I was saying, I think it's important that you know, because you're going to be spending a long time building these farms, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, man. It's not fun. Unless it's something you enjoy. If that's something you enjoy, sure. But to me, it sucked, and I hated it. Because I know some people are like, oh, just put on Netflix or put on YouTube. I can't do that, man. I have to focus on what I'm doing, or I make a bunch of mistakes. So at best, I have to put something on in the background that I kind of can just listen to. Like certain commentary channels, like Game Grumps. Like Game Grumps, you don't have to always watch what they're playing. You can kind of just listen to what they're saying. Or I could have a certain show, and sometimes I'll listen to music, but I don't know what it is. I haven't really listened to music while playing games as much anymore. I more like to have someone talking in the background, kind of that noise. And that's part of the reason why I started this channel, because I think there's more in that space. Some people just like to have something on the second monitor and have someone talking and, you know, doing stuff while they do their stuff, right? Kind of makes you feel like we're all in together kind of thing. And that sounds cheesy, but man, when you're doing certain things in games, yes, it's fun, but my God, some of it is monotonous. You don't, anything that kind of lessens that load you want to do. But I really hope people watch that video I put out today, because I think it's super important that we talk about Skyblock. Selling coins, man. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I feel like people are not taking it seriously, or at least there's not enough, I wouldn't say outrage, but outwards discussion about it, because it will change this game. And in my personal opinion, I don't think it'll change it for the better. Yes, it will lower the amount of in real life trading. But I don't think it will as much as they hope. And like I said in the video, I think it will just create new issues, such as boosting services. So yes, you lowered some of the other problem. You gain a little bit on a new problem, but so far so good. It's a net positive. But now you have this huge problem with your game and the community that's now split. Because now you're changing it from everyone's on the same place, right? Everyone's free to play technically. And now you have people that can pay to get an advantage. And there's going to be people that can pay. There's going to be people that can pay a lot, right? Some people have a lot of disposable income. And there's some people that have no disposable income, depending on maybe they're too young to have disposable income, or, maybe this game is just something they have to be able to relax at home, but, things are tough. They got, tight budget. Those people now are kind of lagging behind. And that's a shame. That's a shame. I don't want to see that happen to people. So yeah, I don't have an exit for the farm either. Again, please don't make fun of it. What I do, because I don't know if you guys know this, but if you don't die by damage on your island, so if you just jump into the void, you don't lose your coins in your purse, which is great. Okay, so let's see what we got, eh? So that's 2 layers. I don't have the 3rd yet, so we're just going to do the 2. Okay, I got 10 now. That means I got lucky with my triple drops. Usually I get 9. So a little bit lucky today. I'll take it. So let's see. Let's see what Sugarcane's at the moment. So if I talk to this dude. Okay, so 578,000 coins. A little bit more than half a mil for 2 layers. That's awesome, right? Especially, I still get giddy when I see that. I know some players are like, that's chump change, but to me, that's a lot of money, right? I'm still kind of new to the game, and I'm like, wow. And that's what happened to me when I got the first layer done, and that's kind of what helped motivated me, right? But if we look at Sugarcane, so yeah, they're selling. It's a little bit lower than it was the other day, which sucks. Usually, I've seen it as high. It's like 62, 63,000. Right now, it's at 57. You can do a sale order, try to get a little bit more money for your stuff. I'm pretty lazy. I'm gonna make a confession right now. So I usually do the instant sell, which is not doing any favors. But let me show you what I mean here. If we check here, the sale price is 512. Is it lower than the 560? Yes. But that is your safety net right there. If the bazaar crashes and it just plummets because everyone's pumping Sugarcane into it, you're still gonna get paid. So that's kind of what sold me to Sugarcane. Because it was able to, I can be like, okay, well, I don't have to worry then. So yeah, let's go sell it. Get it out of my inventory. Like I said, don't make fun of me. I do the instant sell. I know. I just wanted to get it done. Then I'm going to deposit it, and we're going to be one step closer. Yeah, I have 5.1 mil at the moment. Okay, so let's deposit that in. So we have 5.7 now. Okay. Still going to be a little bit before I get to 10, but that's fine. We'll get there. As long as I don't spend money, which I'm trying to promise myself here. So yeah, this is what I was talking about with the cocoa bean farm. It's nothing special. It's just a couple layers. And I did this just so I didn't have to do anything crazy down there. So I could get the... Oh god, this is going to hurt. Give him some more soup. Just going to fast travel out of here. Yes. Get me out of here. Alrighty. You know what? I always forget this because I just recently changed it. But I put it all in my ender chest. If I could just remember that, I wouldn't have this issue. Anyways. So yeah, it's a couple lanes. And it's just to get it up so I can get another replenish book because I want to get one on the rookie hoe. I have one on the golden axe. No, I didn't put it on my tree cap. I'm not a psychopath. I know I would make a mistake with that and just chop everything down. Oh, I don't have the gall to do that, I guess you could say. But this is what I was talking about with that nether wart, right? So here's the crystal. The crystal comes with the island. But I believe it was like 2 rows of 4, so I only had like 8 patches that it was growing on. The great part about this is that you can clean up the soul sand around the island, and you can make an 11 by 11, and it will fill it up as well. And you can even go down 2 spaces, make another 11 by 11, and it will fill that up too. I do have a layer up top there, but it doesn't reach there. And I've tried to build below this one to see if it would reach any like further down. It won't. I might have it wrong. You very well might be able to get 3 layers, but I haven't figured that out yet. I just have that up there that if I'm, you know, feeling good that day and don't mind replanting, I'll do an extra layer of nether wart. So that's what I want to do with the video, to see, because you can get, I think when I do that, I get about 8 enchanted. And that sells not super well, but it gives you some pretty decent money. And I was thinking to myself, for a really early game player, that money might be fantastic, right? So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Well, I think that's it for tonight. I have a couple things I have to do tonight, so I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on here. I just wanted to, number one, try the YouTube stream to make sure I can actually get it working. And so far, it's looking like it's going well. And I still have to figure out all the fancy stuff that I see people do with the streams. But as long as it works and, you know, I can hang out with you guys, that's what's important. So, yeah. Thank you very much for stopping by. And hopefully, you know, watch the videos on the channel. You know, consider joining the band and subscribing. I'm going to be putting out a bunch of content, and I'll be doing streams and stuff like that. So if you want to come join me for the future grinds, I'd really appreciate it. Alright, guys. You guys have a good night. Bye now.